what the election this time means to Tamil Nadu?
Tamil Nadu is passing through a stage where the weakened DMK and ADMK will be the bridge for the change in Tamil Nadu politics. Whosoever wins this time, there will be no single party majority. It is alliance which is the strength. DMK certainly needs Congress in Tamil Nadu, but Congress needs DMK in Delhi. Otherwise they can't fight Modi.
He will make a dent in some manner?
Vijay thinks popularity will make up for everything. The more anti-DMK feeling Vijay builds, and people know he is not going to defeat the DMK. The only force which can defeat the DMK is ADMK and BJP. Even if they like Vijay, they say there is no use of wasting this work.
You think Annamalai, he failed in some
No,
way?
it's not that he failed. He didn't have the time. See, he would require 5 to 7 years time. How can anyone do it in 2 years? You cannot occupy the entire political space of the one anti-national party and another one pseudo.
You're calling DMK anti-national?
100%.
Why? What is anti-national?
Its DNA is to hate India.
They say that Sanatan, the word, is associated with casteism in Tamil Nadu.
Karthi Chidambaram is not a scholar. He is at best a lawyer. Sanatana Dharma is the ruling social milieu. So if somebody says speak against Sanatana Dharma, Tamil Nadu people only laugh at them. Because they go to temples, they do yajna. So it is part of the political dishonesty of the DMK, just as it plays between the Dravidian and Tamil politics, the fraudulent civilisational politics.
In the war that is happening, how is India supposed to react?
Indian Muslims are confused because the international Islam is at war with one another. The entire Islamic world is confused today. The Islamic Qam is a question mark over it. Non-state actors became the masters of Islamic Qam. This is dangerous for Muslims.
The film Guru, what do you have to say to that when you saw Madhavan doing that role which portrayed you?
Cho approached me on behalf of Mani Ratnam to have a talk on this. Then Mani Ratnam himself sent word through Cho. If I talk to him, I will become too realistic. I don't want. So Cho told me that he wants the fictional aspect. That is why my name was given to Ambani.
And your fight was against Ambani.
Those days, to fight against the mighty was a matter of pride. Today it is not there.
A very close associate of Rajiv Gandhi once told me that you were the Rottweiler that Ramnath Goenka used against Rajiv Gandhi. Yes or no?
You see,
this episode is powered by easemytrip.com. Namaste, Jai Hind. You're watching or listening to another edition of the ANI podcast with Smita Prakash. My guest today provokes so much of admiration as well as criticism. S. Gurumurthy, an auditor by training, an ideologue by conviction, and a polemicist by instinct. Gurumurthy has spent decades at the intersection of economics, politics, and civilisational debate. From his explosive investigations into corporate power in the 1980s with Reliance, to his ideological critique of globalisation, to his role in shaping the intellectual ecosystem of the Sangh Parivar, he has never been a quiet participant in India's public life. He's taken on business empires, argued fiercely against what he sees as Western economic orthodoxy, defended the civilizational roots of Indian policy thinking, and remained one of the most outspoken critics of the Dravidian political establishment in Tamil Nadu. So, ladies and gentlemen, my conversation with S. Gurumurthy. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for coming on the podcast, Gurumurthy ji. I've been wanting to have you on the podcast for a long time, but coming to Chennai is a big task, and you don't come to Delhi all that much like you used to in the past. And I've met you several times and been a deep admirer of your work. Interesting to see how your life has shaped, your career has shaped, your contribution to society, to politics, to journalism. Everything is so interesting. You've led such a varied life, such a colourful life. It's been very interesting to see and learn so much from the path that you've taken in life. So I'm so glad to have you on the podcast. Initially, I thought we'll begin by talking about the war, because being a journalist and your contribution to journalism, is the temptation is to ask you about the current news. But I just feel we'll come to it later. Since I decided to have you, and since you accepted the invitation to come on the podcast, the Election Commission has announced the dates for elections to your state. So I wanted to get your view about what the election this time means to Tamil Nadu. What does it mean to the BJP? What does it mean to DMK seeking a re-election? And about Dravidian politics. So if you can give me a broad overview and then we'll go into details.
First, I must tell you, SAR is one of the most successful exercises in Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
They all started opposing it tooth and nail because there were a lot of misgivings about SAR generated by political parties and the proceedings in the Supreme Court, and the media also not playing a very constructive role. So there was huge opposition, so many names being deleted. But finally they found that what has happened is the right thing, and all political parties fell in line. This is one of the most important aspects of Tamil Nadu's election as it starts now. See, today Tamil Nadu election cannot be understood, or the configurations of parties, alliances, people cannot be understood unless you have a 50-60 year overview of how Tamil Nadu has transited from the so-called Dravidian politics. I call it so-called Dravidian politics because Dravidianism was a racial ideology and it had nothing to do with culture.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with anything other than the geographical part of the four southern states.
Linguistic also, no?
No.
Illa.
No, where is it? Tamil is not the language of the other four states.
Okay.
Actually, the most civilisationally distorted, even civilisationally fraudulent politics is Dravidian politics. I will explain to you. You see, E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar had a very complex political, social and personal life. E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar started off as a congressman, then he began to oppose the Congress and everything that the Congress stood for, and he began supporting the British, and he didn't want freedom. And he said that Tamil culture, Tamil language, Tamil literature are also outdated. They are barbaric or semi-barbaric. And Thirukural, which is now held out by the DMK as the most acceptable and the most noble dimension of Tamil culture, he said it is human stool kept on a golden plate. He could speak anything and get away with it. What I am saying is Dravidian politics had nothing to do with Tamil Nadu. Till 1963, the DMK accepted, adopted, followed this line. In fact, after they separated from E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar over his famous marriage, they kept the position of the president of the DMK vacant for E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar to occupy. Till 1963, the idea of Dravidian land was common between E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar and Annadurai. Only in 1963 he gave up that demand. And after they gave up the Dravidian politics or Dravidian land demand, they had no ideology. Till the Congress bowled the anti-Hindi agitation that full toss was provided. Then they all got converted to Tamil lovers. Till then, they never spoke highly about Tamil. The first time Annadurai spoke about Thirukural was in 1968 after he became the chief minister. Karunanidhi wrote the explanation for Thirukural in 1996. So they were all accidental and compulsory converts to Tamil. But now they are not only projecting themselves as great Tamil leaders and Tamil civilisational head, but they can't keep Dravidian and Tamil ideas together, because Dravidian idea is non-Tamil, actually anti-Tamil.
It's too complicated. Explain.
Because Dravidian is 4 states.
Yes.
Karnataka, Andhra, Telugu and Tamil Nadu. So Tamil cannot
here
be...
again, ethno-linguistic you're talking about.
No. I'm talking about Tamil as the mascot. Will not be acceptable to other states. So...
Now, but...
No, even then.
Even then it was considered, if it's not Indo-Aryan in
No,
this
let us go to it later.
Okay.
The Aryan Dravidian we will go into later. The fact is that Tamil could not be the common denominator for all the 4 southern states.
Agreed.
So, Tamil politics was a later innovation by the DMK after it found Dravidian idea was no more practical.
Okay.
So, you see the difference between Tamil and Dravidian.
Okay.
When the Dravidian ideology was bankrupted, then DMK became ideological orphans. So they had to adopt Tamil. Congress and nationalist movement were the only ones which built the Tamil culture, Tamil literature. The entire tradition of Tamil was built only by the nationalists and Congress people. But the Congress, it was such a monolithic party with an all India mind. It did not address the local aspirations. The failure of the Congress was, it did not address the local aspirations in any state. In the northern states it survived because there was a broad Hindi orientation in the north. So there was nothing like local aspiration. But in Bengal, in Tamil Nadu, in Andhra, in Karnataka, in Kerala, the local aspirations or the local cultural variations began picking up their own political stream.
Yes.
That is how the Telugu Desam could come there, and in Kerala, of course, it took a very different... Kerala communism is only Kerala communism. It is not communism in the all India sense. It had nothing to do with Bengali
communism. In Andhra, it's only towards the late 80s or 90s, but in Tamil Nadu, it came in the 60s.
No, that is because of the Dravidian movement had built up an anti-Congress momentum. No other state it happened.
Okay.
So, there is actually a divide between what we call as Dravidian and what we call as Tamil.
Okay.
So, the ideological bankruptcy of the DMK after it gave up the Dravidian politics or Dravidian land demand, so they embraced Tamil.
Okay.
But still, they have gone one step further, which is going to be their doomsday.
Okay.
Because if they had just accepted Tamil and gave up the Dravidian idea, they had given up the E.V. Ramaswamy Nayakar strand, they began to club both. This is where the unmanageable contradiction has come in the DMK.
That anti-Sanatan.
No. I'm not.
Then what is the...
I'm talking about Dravidian and Tamil.
So what is unacceptable right
unacceptable is Periyar calling Tamil as barbaric. Tamil literature as barbaric. Tulkappiyam, which is the very definition of Tamil, as being an Aryan product. And calling Silappatikaram a prostitute.
Okay.
You cannot club E.V. Ramaswamy Nayakar's Dravidian. There, if you leave E.V. Ramaswamy Nayakar out, there is no Dravidian. You cannot mix the Dravidian narrative of E.V. Ramaswamy Nayakar, which is anti-Tamil, derisive of Tamil, which is destructive of Tamil, demeaning of Tamil, and then call Dravidian and Tamil as one and E.V. Ramaswamy Nayakar as the Tamil soil.
Okay.
They are in trouble.
DMK.
Yes, because there was a time when you had to do research for all this. Now it is coming out in the open through social media. And Seaman has taken it up in a very big way. He is launching a tirade against Periyar. He is launching a tirade against Dravidianism. He is calling DMK's Tamil politics as fraudulent. This has never happened in Tamil Nadu.
Is it resonating with the youth? It doesn't matter?
No. What I'm saying is, he is resonating with the new youth. You see, DMK and ADMK both have leaders beyond 30 and 35. In fact, maybe about 20, when I was in college, school, 80-90% of the students used to be interested in politics. Today, maybe 20-25%. Stalin himself accepted in 2017 that youths are not taking to politics. The greatest paradigm shift that took place in Tamil Nadu was the youths taking to politics and to Dravidian politics and to anti-Congress, anti-North, anti-Brahmin, anti-Aryan, anti-Hindi politics. There was no positive content in the Dravidian Tamil politics ever. So, there is a complicated convulsion. Everything centered around anti-Brahminism. Even today, anti-Brahminism has a bite in Tamil Nadu politics.
Correct.
That is what holding the DMK in a way together. Otherwise, ideologically, the DMK is dead. Dravidianism in Tamil Nadu is over.
So Dravidianism, in a sense, has become anti-Brahminism? That's it?
No, it is the secret narrative of Dravidianism. Actually, the word Dravidian has lost its bite.
Okay.
Anti-Brahminism of Dravidian type is being expressed in the name of social justice. Samuha Nidhi, as they call it. The word Samuha Nidhi means anti-Brahmin. So,
rule of the Samuha Nidhi would be rule
social
of the
justice.
Social
Social
Nidhi.
justice. Social justice in Tamil Nadu politics
Samuha Nidhi.
means anti-Brahmin.
Okay.
That is the euphemism.
It's kind of
No.
what is happening in North also.
This
no?
is how they employ it. Social justice is being talked about all parties. Even BJP speaks
Correct.
about it.
Yes.
But in Tamil Nadu, it has a very, very distinct meaning.
Okay.
We are doing social justice means we are doing justice to non-Brahmins. So, they are ideologically, they have drifted because they did not have an ideology. And Karunanidhi was a very, very capable man.
Correct.
He could mix electronics in Sharbat. That is a kind of competence and capacity here. He is a master of words and one of the finest political strategies. But post Karunanidhi, DMK, he is getting exposed very badly.
But Stalin, in spite of not having that magnetic personality of Karunanidhi, has managed to win again, no?
Please understand. Tamil Nadu politics has passed through stages, in which one of the stages is that first it was between political parties till 1967. In 1967, it became alliances led by powerful leaders. Karunanidhi, M.G. Ramachandran, Karunanidhi, Jayalalitha. Later, it became alliance-led. There is no leader. If the DMK, Stalin's leadership of the alliance is not accepted, there will be no Stalin. It is alliance which is the strength. But the complication that arose between the Congress and the DMK this time is, DMK certainly needs Congress in Tamil Nadu. But Congress needs DMK in Delhi. Otherwise, they can't fight Modi.
But where is Congress in the state without DMK?
Wait. Congress, I am talking about DMK is needed for the Congress in Delhi to fight Modi. The only reliable ally of Rahul Gandhi is Stalin at Delhi. In Tamil Nadu, certainly the DMK needs the Congress.
Does it?
You see, Congress 7, 8 or whatever percentage votes is the winning vote. DMK on its own can never win. It has never won an election from 1967 till today on its own.
But still they don't take them in this in the government?
You see, that is because Congress ka kamjori hai.
That they don't demand it.
Even if they demand, you see, they wanted to keep Vijay as the bait for the DMK to give them whatever they wanted. DMK said, hell, do whatever you want. Why did they say it? Because in Delhi you can't face Modi without us. See, after all, this is the complication. That's why Sonia had to step in. And of course the Congress...
And got Manikam Tagore to accept it.
Manikam Tagore and all those acted on the instructions of Rahul Gandhi. So, when the old guard asserted, then Rahul Gandhi had to backtrack. With the result, it is a strategic win for DMK and Stalin. But the fact remains, somewhere the DMK has been able to contain all the media and suppress the anti-establishment feeling, which is very strong in Tamil Nadu today. It is like what Mrs. Gandhi was fed in 1977, that everything is done hanky-dory. Because the same way it has happened in Tamil Nadu, you can inquire with anybody, there is no media in Tamil Nadu except Thuglak magazine, which I head, which it takes on the DMK. Everybody has somewhat compromised. There is no newspaper which could take on the DMK, expose them, call them names. So they feel very comfortable with the ecosystem, which they think is working in their favor. This is going to be one of the most deceptive assumptions of DMK and Stalin in this election.
But no political party wins only because of the media.
No,
Obviously, people have bought it. That's why they get elected.
Agreed. See, this gives a comfort for them. Today, if the DMK feels comfortable, one of the reasons is that it has been able to play down the media for the last 5 years so that it doesn't feel the heat of the public opposition to them. There is huge amount of anti-establishment which has been swept under the carpet. This is going to do the DMK down. Now, the DMK has weakened and ADMK has also weakened. Is known to everybody. But Tamil Nadu is passing through a stage where the weakened DMK and ADMK will be the bridge for the change in Tamil Nadu politics. That's where Vijay tried to enter. But Vijay, of course, he has the hero's mentality that everybody should come to him, just like heroines chase hero. So he feels that everybody should chase him. He was wrong. He didn't have a good advisor. He didn't have a good strategist. In fact, before the DMK and before the ADMK and BJP came together, I gave an interview to a Tamil channel. I said the best combination would be Vijay and ADMK. In fact, many people thought, no, I am BJP sympathizer, why I am talking like this. As an analyst, I was saying this. That would have been an unbeatable combination. But afterwards, ADMK joined hands with BJP. Then I said the best combination would still for Vijay to associate with the Congress. But he didn't have an interlocutor, he didn't have a strategist. And here Rahul was sitting here in Delhi and of course they exchanged messages through Twitter. That doesn't work.
Right.
They didn't have someone who could bring them together. See, my feeling is Vijay thinks popularity will make up for everything. Even popularity. Let's assume he addresses 20 rallies. In each rally there are about 25,000 people. 5 lakh people. Where does it take you? Your ultimate circle, which is your core circle, is 5-6 lakh people. And they have no connection with one another. There is no head. So I said, this is not going to work. This, in fact, he should have done this preparation 5 years. M.G. Ramachandran entered politics in 1972, contested elections in 1977. 5 years preparation he had.
Correct.
Even he brought the ADMK out of the DMK. ADMK was the core, the M.G. Ramachandran's fan base, and they had 40 MLAs, 4 ministers, 5 MPs, and district secretaries, town secretaries. They were all MGR fans club. They came out. That's a party in itself.
Okay, so even if Vijay has not been able to do this, but he will make a dent in some manner?
You see, I'll tell you.
And to who if he makes a dent?
In case of both Vijay and Shriman, the anti-DMK thrust they give will ultimately work against them. How? In 1996, Vaiko broke the DMK into two, virtually. One half of the DMK he took. Jayalalitha assumed Karunanidhi was gone, which is a fact also. But when the anti-establishment wave built, the first casualty was Vaiko. He got 3% votes. Why? Because if Jayalalitha has to be defeated, it is not Vaiko who will defeat. It is only Karunanidhi. So the entire vote base of Vaiko shifted to Karunanidhi. Same thing here. I told Seeman also this. That the more anti-DMK feeling you build, and it becomes known to the people, you cannot defeat the DMK. The more anti-DMK feeling Vijay builds, and people know he is not going to defeat the DMK. The only force which can defeat the DMK is ADMK and BJP. Whether they like it or not, to defeat the DMK, they will vote for them. Even if they like Vijay, they say there is no use of wasting this vote. I tell you, the Brahmin community. Tamil Nadu, they are small in number, 3%. But each of them influence 3-4 people. Karunanidhi used to tell me this. I never limit Brahmin to the 3% because each one of them can influence 2-3 people.
They also were there in the media and they
they have
leaders,
personally
education.
also. They are very influential people. So I will never regard Brahmin as a 3% category. I always feel they will be 5, 6, 7%. What the Brahmins used to do, they always felt that BJP is the best party. But when the elections come, they will vote for the ADMK. Because what is the use of wasting their vote on the BJP?
But also Jayalalitha was a Brahmin. They knew that. No.
Not for all this. I am talking about from M.G. Ramachandra's period.
Okay.
It is because they know the vote for the BJP will be an indirect vote for the DMK. So they voted for the... This is also in 2011 election in my house there were 18 votes. Except me, nobody voted for BJP. They also what is the use wasting the vote for the ADMK. So the more anti-establishment, anti-DMK feeling that Vijay and Simon build up, that is not going to go in their favor. That will actually go in favor of ADMK and BJP, which can alone defeat the DMK. So Tamil Nadu politics is complicated. You cannot look at mere arithmetics and say this is what will be the result. I am not saying BJP and ADMK will win, nor am I saying DMK and allies will win. But whosoever wins this time, there will be no single party majority.
Okay.
This will be a major shift in Tamil Nadu.
Yes, because it's always been this or that.
Yes. And that is where I think Congress and allies were right in demanding that there should be a power share. In fact, if I were Stalin, I would have accepted it because the anti-establishment feeling would have come down. Vote for the alliance would have made DMK more acceptable or less unacceptable than saying I will be ruling, you vote for me. So their anti-establishment wave is likely to build up because these people want a share and they said no, we will only rule, DMK will only rule, it means my family will only rule. So DMK and alliance had put itself in a very complicated situation of asking vote only for their family.
Okay. Now tell me one thing, that Mr. Modi is working so hard in Tamil Nadu for the past several years. Amit Shah also has been working very hard. What is it that the BJP does wrong? Is it still seen as a north-centric party, Hindi party, not acceptable at all, regardless of what they do? What is the anti-BJP sentiment that BJP is unable to crack?
See, unless you go back to 1970s, you will not be able to find an answer to it.
Okay.
The party which could have taken on the DMK and challenged and finished it was the Congress. Of course, Kamaraj died in 1974. But Mrs. Gandhi revived it so powerfully in 1980 assembly elections. She made Karunanidhi concede 111 seats and DMK 109 seats. If that had clicked, so she won almost all the seats in the parliamentary election in 1980. Everybody expected that to be repeated in the assembly elections. If it had been repeated, and Mrs. Gandhi had won the 1980 assembly election in the same manner in which the alliance won the parliament election 4 months earlier, because they dissolved the assembly and made M.G. Ramachandran face the election. But M.G. Ramchandran turned the table on them by his sheer charisma that he has been unjustly thrown out. So the sympathy vote trounced the DMK and the ADMK. With the result, Mrs. Gandhi's strategy failed. Afterwards, the Congress is in no better position than the BJP today.
Okay, yes.
It is because they conceded the political space. Cultural space was never conceded to the DMK or ADMK or Dravidian parties ever, because Tamil Nadu is the most Hinduized state in the country.
That even the Congress says.
So it has nothing to do with Sanatana Dharma is the ruling social milieu. So if somebody says speak against Sanatana Dharma, Tamil Nadu people only laugh at them. Only in the north people get perturbed. We all laugh at them. Because they go to temples, they do yajna.
Yeah.
So it is part of the political dishonesty of the DMK, just as it plays between the Dravidian and Tamil politics, the fraudulent civilisational politics.
But they say that it's not, Sanatan, the word is associated with casteism in Tamil Nadu. Is it right or not?
You see, I tell you, Karthi Chidambaram is not a scholar. He is at best a lawyer. Sanatana Dharma is stated in Thirukural. Sanatana Dharma is mentioned in Tamil Sangam literature. Sanatana Dharma has been spoken as the tradition. Advaita is integral to it. These I have written, I have asked people, I have challenged people to dispute me. Nobody knows all this. There is so much of illiteracy going around. Because people do not even read more than 2 pages today.
Correct.
They cannot hear more than 5 minutes of podcast. What kind of discourse here can take place about Sanatana Dharma? Tell me. E.V. Ramaswamy Nayakar said, this entire Tamil literature is Sanatana Dharma. That is why I hate it.
Correct.
He was the only honest intellectual in Tamil Nadu. He said, Tamil means Hinduism and Sanatana Dharma. So I hate it. He was the only honest thinker. So now you are saying Tamil is anti-Sanatana Dharma, you are dishonest. So from outside if you look at Tamil, even in Tamil Nadu there is so much ignorance. You all suffer from such illiteracy about Tamil Nadu and Tamil culture. And you know what the Tulkapiyam says? Tulkapiyam, the opening prayer says that Tulkapiyam, the author, who is the Panini of Tamil Nadu, he conceptualized this, which stated the social milieu, social organization and Tamil grammar making. That is the pivot of Tamil language and culture. He says, I went with my product to Adangodu to Assam. That is the teacher who is living in Adangodu, which is in Kerala, who is well versed in 4 Vedas. And I submitted this to him, saying that I culled out the entire scope of Tulkapiyam, which is Tamil grammar, from Panini's Sanskrit grammar. You please approve it. Then it is submitted in Pandya's Sabha. How can they accept it? And Tulkapiyam says there are 4 Varnas in Tamil Nadu. Arasar, Andanar, Vanigar, Velalar. That means the Kshatriya, the Brahmin, the businessman, Vaishya, and the Sudra. It says so. Manu says there are 8 varieties of marriage. Tulkapiyam also says the same thing. What do you call a Sanatana Dharma is entirely there in Tamil literature. And it is 2000 years old. So today the discourse that is taking place is based on what Udayanidhi speaks. He neither knows this. He may not even know what is whether he reads the daily newspapers also we don't know. And we are making him as the authority. And of course somebody like Karthik Chidambaram, who may be good in law and he must confine himself to that. So Tamil Nadu is in a, the change that is taking place in Tamil Nadu, I will describe it in 2 sentences. In 1960s, anti-God, anti-Hindu, anti-North politics and the Tamil society were one. Now the society has completely changed. Politics remains the same because there is no initiator of change in politics. Only once Mrs. Gandhi attempted. Second time in 1969, Cho Ramaswamy and Mupanar attempted by bringing in Rajiv Gandhi to contest the elections in 1969. But at that time, Rajiv Gandhi was a weakened man. When ADMK had got divided, Cho Ramaswamy advised this is the right time for the Congress to contest alone. Congress got 20% votes. Jayalalitha got 21% votes. The other ADMK got 10% votes. Karunanidhi got 29% votes. There were 60% votes against him, but he won the election because these votes got divided. Afterwards, when Tamil Nadu was taken over by the LTT, Jayalalitha and Congress combined. Again the same role Congress began playing, which later the BJP and the Congress played, giving primacy to the Dravidian parties, whether it is the DMK or the ADMK.
But going without the AIDMK has hurt the BJP in the past elections.
No, it depends upon, it hurts in that election. But if the BJP decides for 2 elections, they will not associate with any party and they will build. They would do what happened in Bengal, they would do in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is a candidate for that. But if you want to defeat the DMK, then you have no option except the ADMK. If you want to get 10, 15, 20 seats for parliament from Tamil Nadu, you have no option but to associate with ADMK. So these political compulsions make both the Congress and the DMK concede political primacy to one of the Dravidian parties.
Okay. Let me come back to the question that I asked you. Why is it that Mr. Modi draws crowds, but then when it comes to voting, they still see the BJP as a North party, as a Hindu party?
No, it is not seen as North party anymore. This is only the narrative which has been built in the media. Nobody...
Guru, but you know it, that narrative is what wins elections or loses elections.
No. Narrative only wins a particular constituency, a particular ecosystem it builds. I'll tell you what. In Tamil Nadu, there are 7 lakhs people who are passing Hindi examination of the Dakshin Bharatiya Hindi Prachar Sabha. 7 lakh people. Which is more than the people who undergo Tamil language studies in main schools. Every year.
There the medium of instruction is Tamil.
No. Medium of instruction Tamil is lost long ago. Now more people are taking to English.
Okay.
Tamil is being kept reserved only for those who cannot go to paid schools. Tamil Nadu plays the most fraudulent politics in the name of Tamil. It's over. Tamil has to be saved actually from the Dravidian parties. Because they have no pride about Tamil's literature, Tamil past, how Tamil survived in our houses through Tevaram, Thiruvasagam. I mean,
culture.
This is what kept us reading Tamil. And you destroy all this. Will it survive only in the classroom? I was talking to a DMK MP who had just got sworn in and wanted to sit with me and talk to me in a flight. So we were talking, I kept on talking in Tamil and she kept on talking in English. I said, you know you were talking in English. Yes, I am sorry. Because they all talk English at home.
Yeah.
I have never seen them wearing even Tamil dress. Do you mean to say Tamil will survive in that ecosystem? So, politics has done down Tamil Nadu. It is possibly having the best society. Even today, very honorable people, contented people, cultured people, people who are devoted to their gods, their way of life. But it has poor political representatives. Because of historical reasons.
But why is the BJP not able to bring up even one leader who can be...
it is not about leadership.
Yeah, of course it's about leadership. Political party is about leadership.
No, it is about changing the ecosystem. You see, in Bengal, the BJP built up the ecosystem and then only produced a leader.
And where?
No.
But how many elections they've not been able to know?
Understand one thing.
3 times Mamata has won. It's the 4th time now she's challenging.
No leader emerges unless the ecosystem is changed. only a person who changes the ecosystem can be a leader. He has to be a cinema star.
Himanta did not change the ecosystem, but he won.
No, please understand one thing.
They brought a leader.
The ecosystem was changed by the BJP. Between 2011 and 2016, the BJP changed the ecosystem. And of course, Hemanta Biswa Sarma was a gift from the Congress to them.
Right.
But it is not he changed the ecosystem. There was a process that was taking place.
So why hasn't the BJP able to do it? Tell me this.
What I am saying is,
Since Modi ji has come
bipolar,
to power.
because Tamil Nadu is bipolar between two Dravidian parties, which is a very peculiar situation.
But
and
Guru,
ADMK,
2014, today 2026. Why?
Wait, please understand. Unless you go to the Dindigul election, by-election in 1973, you cannot understand Tamil Nadu politics. MGR had formed the party, ADMK. At that time, Kamaraj was alive. I was in the Congress party. I was a youth leader. I went to Kamaraj and told him, because M.G. Ramachandran had given a statement, he will meet Kamaraj and go by his advice. So I went and told Kamaraj, now you accept, because my professor Rangaratnam and me were very close to Kamaraj. I was a chartered accountant at the time, young chartered accountant. My professor was very, very close to Kamaraj. When we went and told him, why do you want this? Do you mean to say I have to go with an actor? They have got 42% votes, I have got 38% votes. If the actor takes away 10% votes, I will win. But in my mind, I told him, sir, you are too big a man. I can't say this, but I have to say this. Our 38% votes is not entirely our votes. A very large part of it is anti-DMK votes. If M.G. Ramachandran, who will draw huge crowds, gives the impression that he will win against the DMK, our vote share may go down. Kamaraj asked, do you mean to say when I am there, he will emerge as a leader who can defeat the DMK? Sir, I don't know. I am only worried. In Dindigul election, the same thing happened. DMK had got DMK crashed from 48% votes to 17% votes. Congress crashed from 38% votes to 24% votes. ADMK got 51% votes. The entire nationalist vote base shifted to the ADMK. Still, it is in the pockets of the ADMK.
Okay.
Unless you go to Dindigul by-election and see how M.G. Ramachandran emerged as the pseudo-nationalist party in Tamil Nadu. That is how he changed the name also into All India Anna DMK.
It was not just ordinary ambition.
No, it is a pseudo-Dravidian party and pseudo-nationalist party and pseudo-Hindu party. In 1982, M.G. Ramachandran called for the unity of Hindus and passed the anti-conversion law, and wanted to pass anti-conversion law. All that the Congress and the BJP would do in Tamil Nadu, he began doing. Jayalalitha actually passed the anti-conversion law.
Considering that he was a Sri Lankan.
And she also participated in the Karseva.
And she was a
All
Mysorean.
that the BJP and nationalist parties will do, nationalist minded people will do, ADMK began doing. How do you call it a Dravidian party?
Okay. Come back. Fourth time I'm asking you, Guru, what about why is Mr. Modi not able to come up with a regional leader? Why is it that people like him in Tamil Nadu? And why is it that BJP has not emerged?
See, you look at, there is a bipolar situation. If you have to defeat the DMK, you have to vote for the ADMK. If you have to defeat the ADMK, if it is one force, Modi could have done it. Because these are two forces. And they have occupied the main political ground. If it is one, like in Bengal, what they did, Mamta targeted the CPM and finished it. Congress began declining. Then the BJP emerged and it eroded away the CPM and the Congress and took that place because they were not great players. Once ADMK, you see, ADMK and DMK both are declining. That place can be taken over only by another, some very popular leader.
Declining kahan? nobody is
No,
emerged. Declining, you would say, if somebody else is emerging.
No. Understand one thing.
How?
Declining means you are only talking in terms of number of votes. I am
That
talking in terms of political bite.
So,
I have seen what the DMK is. I have seen what the ADMK is. 50 years I have seen them working. A DMK worker will just take a cup of tea and work for 24 hours. He was the DMK. It's all over now. It's only money. So,
but that is generally politics.
No, it's not so. Still, there are people in politics. For example, even in the Congress party, it just declined. I know in my village and other places, they are very respectable people in Congress. There are very, very committed workers in BJP and RSS. Today, that both these Dravidian parties are declining, you can ask anyone. They are declining. There is no doubt about it. But you cannot replace them only with one leader. Because you will again be playing the same game. You have got to replace them with an alternative political idea, political culture, political way of functioning, some commitment, some values, and nationalism. This is a long-term game. This may take 5 years, it may take 7 years. And if the BJP wants to do it on its own, then it has to give up the other aspects. Somehow the DMK must be defeated. It cannot be its idea. Somehow we must win 15 seats in the Tamil Nadu state. That cannot be the idea. You have to give up all this and fight only like what you did in Bengal. That decision the BJP has not taken.
But you think Annamalai was one of the proponents of this? He failed in some
No,
way?
it's not that he failed. He didn't have the time.
Okay.
See, he would require 10 years, 5 to 7 years time. How can anyone do it in 2 years? You cannot occupy the entire political space of the one Dravidian party and another pseudo-Dravidian party. One anti-national party and another one pseudo.
You're calling DMK anti-national?
100%.
Why? What is anti-national?
It is, its DNA is to hate India. Yeah, but I know the DM. You see, there are two.
Just because Periyar had a
No. Because it thinks that this nation is not one. It would never accept it. This is the core DMK. It may be 5% or 10% or 7%. It has got reduced to that. The balance DMK is business. But this 5, 6, 7% is the core.
I find it very difficult when you're saying that a political party in this country which swears by the constitution is an anti-national party. How do you say this?
You see,
fighting the
anti-nationalism doesn't come out in so many words. It comes out in what it does. For example, it will oppose Bharatiyar, who stood for one India. It will support those people who would say India is not one. This is a very subtle kind of messaging which it keeps giving. ADMK doesn't give that message anymore. DMK continues to give that message.
Who are they supporting which you say that is anti-national or anti-India? Who are they supporting? At one point of time LTTE maybe.
No. Anything called Hindu they will. Because Hinduism is something which connects India to Tamil Nadu. Hinduism is rooted in Tamil Nadu.
Stalin's wife goes to temples and all that. So how then?
No, please understand. I am talking about the DMK.
So he's
not
DMK.
She's not let the DMK. She has the freedom to do it. We give her the freedom. You see, it's a dishonest politics. So that 5, 6, 7, 8% core, that is anti-Hindu, anti-North, anti-Hindi, or they have their own narrative of saying this is not us, we are different. Tamil is different. Are you hate Tamil? Our Tamil culture is 5,000 years old, but you don't accept even one dimension of Tamil.
They speak in Tamil, they are all the time saying
you have no other language to speak to. Simply because Bangladesh and West Bengal speak in the same language, do you mean that they are one? Ideas are different. Language is only a medium of expression for them. It was never a matter of pride.
So their take is that you are trying to take Tamil towards this Sanskritized version, towards the Sanatani Tamil.
Actually, my feeling.
Towards Brahminical Tamil.
You know what? Actually, Vaivasvata Manu was a Dravidian ruler. You know that?
No.
You know it first. He was a Pandya king. Actually, the entire Varna Dharma came from south to the north. People don't know. You Google and get. Vaivasvata Manu was a Dravidian king. These people can't, you see, they can't open their mouth. This is all ancient literature.
So this is what they say.
This is what is said in Purananuru, which is 2000 years old, that when the Mahabharata war was taking place, the Pandya king sent food to the warriors. And you say it is different. And the Tamil literature you hated. And now you are embracing without showing that this is what it says.
So tell me, what is wrong with embracing parts of your history, which is fine? You want to live. Do you have to embrace every part of the history?
But there is no other thing. You tell me what is in Tamil, which is not in Sanskrit. You tell me that. You don't know anything about Tamil, first of all.
Okay, let's move a little bit away from that. Let me get to the part where you said that the narrative has been captured because the media has been captured by the DMK in Tamil Nadu, and as a result of that, it's only Thuglak which is taking that space. How is it possible?
I wanted to correct. The narrative has not been taken over because through the media. The anti-establishment wave has been contained in the ecosystem because of the media. Narrative is the Dravidian narrative which they are sustaining through anti-Brahminism.
But it was such a vibrant place, no? Hindu or even the Tamil newspapers, which are the Ananda Vikatans of the world, were like socially, culturally, politically so vibrant.
It is not so anymore. Today's Anand Vikatan is anything like today's... That Tamil cultural traditions are not anymore there in Tamil magazines. It's over. It is the corrupt Dravidian political mix that has destroyed the Tamil magazines. But Tamil literature is the only source for us.
Okay. So go back to the roots is what your advice would be?
Not roots, it will. There is no other, otherwise there will be no Tamil identity.
Okay.
Tamil identity is not Dravidian identity. No, one question. Because there is a difference between narrative and there is a difference between managing the political system for the elections. The DMK has done that. Through media and projections and things like that, where the opposition, except when Modi comes or Amit Shah comes, the opposition is not visible. The ADMK has not been able to overcome the DMK's domination over the media. And it doesn't have a charismatic leader. And don't think Stalin is a charismatic leader. Stalin is more acceptable to the DMK than Edappadi is to ADMK. That's all the difference. Otherwise, there is no bite that leaders have.
Correct,
Tamil Nadu is leaderless in that sense.
I get that.
That is why, in fact, Vijay got the kind of importance he got only because there was no leader, and he was wherever he went, some 20-25,000 people were coming and he emerged as leader.
But that's happening all across South India. I'm seeing that in Karnataka also. You know, there's no charismatic leader as such. Neither Siddaramaiah nor Yediyurappa, none of them can command what earlier used to be there.
There is a difference. There is an organization called Congress.
In Karnataka.
In DMK used to be that till it became a family property. Till Jayalalitha was there, a charismatic leader and also organization. Now it is only organization in DMK. There is no charismatic leader. ADMK, there is no charismatic leader. Where there is an organization, you don't need a charismatic leader. And Congress is an organization that could throw up a Narasimha Rao who had no charisma at all, and he ruled very well and probably paradigm shifted India. He had no charisma.
That's true.
So it is not necessary. Have you an organizational structure? Have you a history? Have you certain traditions? Have you a set of people whom you can project as competent people? That Congress has even today, but for the fact that there is a distortion at the top of the Congress, even today, it's the only hope to be an alternative to the BJP.
Speaking of charismatic leaders, in the BJP, you have been so close to all the leaders who were charismatic or seen as charismatic, whether it was Vajpayee ji, Advani ji, and you have worked closely with Modi ji also. why is it that none of them are able to have the same kind of pull in Tamil Nadu, like say Indira Gandhi, who had that charisma too? You've seen them all.
No,
Why is
even Mrs. Gandhi did not have that kind of pull. She only strategized to acquire it and could not. That's what I'm saying.
that whole amma thing?
Nothing. There was Mrs. Gandhi was at best like Modi is today. In fact, less.
Okay.
See, Modi's charisma is an all India phenomenon. In Tamil Nadu also it is there. In 2019, 17, 18, 19, Modi go back, nobody will talk about it today. Why? That is the shift. Congress had an opportunity, I said, of undoing the DMK. But it lost because of the 1980 assembly election loss. If they had repeated the parliamentary thing, DMK would have been finished in 1980s. That kind of turn did not come to the BJP, where the BJP would have 111 seats and the ADMK would have 109 seats. If this situation comes, then Modi will overhaul the ADMK. That situation arose. The Congress got that opportunity only in 1980 and under Mrs. Gandhi, because who came back with a thumping majority in 1980 in parliament elections. But she couldn't click in Tamil Nadu.
So what do you think is the window of opportunity for the BJP to grab a kind of a vacuum which you're saying exists? How much time?
It is because Tamil Nadu is basically Hindu. The anti-Hindu politics is dying down. In fact, the anti-Hindu politics itself is taking to pseudo-Hinduist Hindu line. This is the first step towards the BJP playing the main role. At what point the BJP will strike Tamil Nadu is a matter of judgment for BJP. It would depend upon how much the ADMK and DMK will decline.
Who do you think has the capacity to understand that part in the BJP?
I think everybody will understand. It is not that they don't understand, but being leaders, and it's a Tamil Nadu.
Their priority is.
Tamil Nadu having had a history of separatism and a lot of poisoning of the mind of the people and forgetting of the past, and Tamil, the hoary of Tamil literature, history having been wiped out, and a pseudo-Tamil narrative has been brought in. You have to fight all this. So it takes time. You don't do a U-turn. If you do a sharp U-turn, you know what will happen. The U-turn has to be a manageable U-turn. The Congress tried it. It failed. And I think the BJP will succeed because the BJP is not, it is leader-led, but it is not leader-exclusive organization. The difference between...
And you need a long-term vision to it.
In fact, this ecosystem is changing on its own. Today, no political party draws crowd, DMK or ADMK. It is only Modi, it is only Vijay or people like that. The only crowd that gathers is around gods in Tamil Nadu. That is why the DMK people also put their posters along with gods. This is a shift. So this is not being tracked by the media. In fact, in 2021, in an India Today conclave, I said that the psephologists don't understand Tamil Nadu. They only look at the percentage of votes. They have not looked at the qualitative shift that is taking place at the bottom of the pyramid.
Okay. It'll be interesting. Let's see. There's still a little time to understand. But you speak about journalism. For many of us who entered journalism, you were quite the Batman of journalism at that time. Your years with the Indian Express. Do you think that today that investigative journalism which you kind of fronted in the Indian Express is missing?
It is. You see, the shift took place when globalisation struck India. Globalisation made money so important. Because in Indian Express, we all there were broken chairs and broken... But there was pride. That pride made all of us work. A car was a rarity. Scooter was the common thing. And an Ashwini Sareen would do anarchy on the road and get arrested and go to jail to write about the Tihar jail conditions. This is the kind of adventurism we promoted because there was pride in being a journalist. Today there is pride only if you have some farmhouse, if you have this car or that car. Do you mean to say journalists are going to work for a higher cause? Today everything is oriented towards what kind of watch you are wearing or what dress you are wearing. You know, we have become so cheap in estimating ourselves and estimating what others would like to see you have. I think there is a complete shift. It's a civilisational disease. So it has affected politics, it has affected media, it has affected literature, it has affected cinema, it has affected every field.
So when for youngsters who don't know about this and who might be first time, watching this on a podcast, the film Guru, what do you have to say to that? When you saw Madhavan doing that role which portrayed you?
Of course, qualitatively it did reflect the role I was playing, but of course the entire film was not. In fact, Maniratnam, Cho approached me on behalf of Maniratnam to have a talk on this. Then Maniratnam himself sent word through Cho. If I talk to him, I will become too realistic. I don't know.
Okay.
So Cho told me that he wants the fictional aspect. That is why my name was given to Ambani.
True.
And
your fight was against Ambani.
There could not have been a greater
Dhirubhai Ambani, just to make it clear. Today's generation may not even know that the film was about Dhirubhai.
See, those days, to fight against the mighty was a matter of pride. Today it is not there.
That's true. Tell me about your relationship with Ramnath Goenka.
See, Ramnath Goenka and me had a what I can call a relationship dating back prior to our birth. I would say the karmic relationship. When I was 27 and he was 72, I became his advisor. You can understand. Many people thought I had played black magic on him. This is the kind of
yeah.
But what attracted me to him was his intense commitment to the idea of nation. Unadulterated patriot, nationalist, Hindu. And he only sought a sincere, honest, dedicated, hardworking, incorruptible person. That is me. And you saw the consequences. These combinations do not emerge by contract. This emerges by a combination of factors in which I feel that destiny is also part of it. That is how we work together.
Okay, so a very close associate of Rajiv Gandhi once told me, and I was just a journalism student at that time, that, and don't take it wrong, but he said that you were the Rottweiler that Ramnath Goenka used against Rajiv Gandhi. Yes or no?
You see, actually it all started when the fight started between Goenka and that is because Reliance had purchased Indian Express journalist to plant articles in Indian Express and Financial Express in favor of Reliance business. Once it came to Ramnathji's knowledge, he asked me, Guru, who you think owns the Times of India? He asked me. It was, I still remember, it was on a 3rd or 4th in May 1985. It was burning. He took me out of the penthouse in the sunlight. He was actually exploding. He asked me, who do you think is owning Times of India? I said, the Jains. No! Who do you think is owning Indian Express? You. No! It has been bought. See, Ramnath Goenka loved Indian Express, loved his own wife. How will he allow anyone to touch?
Okay.
That is why he said, Guru, we have to finish this. Then he asked me to produce 4 world...
No, why not fire those journalists if he knew the names?
No, that is not going to change. You have got to hit the enemy. That is, Ramnath Goenka always needed an enemy. Otherwise, he would.
Okay. That's a dangerous thing for a proprietor to have.
No. He will not choose an enemy for a lesser reason. Please understand. He will not choose an enemy for a lesser reason. It's always for a higher
big
purpose.
Cause.
Correct. So he said, no, this idea of that anyone can be bought, that has to be finished. So I investigated and produced 4 volumes. This was by about August or so. Then we interviewed many journalists. Out of dozen journalists we interviewed, no one was willing to write. He said, no, it's a boring subject, debenture, tariff, and all. I have not done that investigation. Everybody, and then he said, Guru, only you have to become a journalist. 1 month, he also gave me an idea, Guru, sir, I don't know how to write. I'm a person who loves drafting long documents. Chartered accountant, lawyer. I cannot write in short sentences, Then Ramnathji gave me an idea. Guru, the best communicator is one, according to Rajaji, who makes the least intelligent in the audience to understand what he wants to say. That completely transformed me. Then I began writing. At the time, government and Goenka were aligned. I was not aligned with Rajiv Gandhi. Ramnathji said, no, the government is with us, we can do.
You had met Rajiv Gandhi? No.
So we brought down the Reliance shares from 375 to 72. Ramnathji was gloating. And then that G-series debenture issue came, 900 crores. If that series had not been sanctioned, Reliance would have been in serious problem. Ramnathji was 100% sure control of capital issue would not allow it. This was I'm talking about October 1986. So he said, but on 19th October, the controller of capital issue sanctioned it. That is where that scene in the Guru film is important.
Then?
Ramnathji had a stroke. I was in Vijayawada arguing a case. He asked me to come. On the 23rd of October, he asked me, Guru, you have to give up your practice and take up. We have to fight and remove Rajiv Gandhi. Remove Rajiv Gandhi? 415 members in parliament. Ramnathji, what are you saying? No! I will die. But he has to be removed.
It became personal.
No. That he is supporting a fraudulent business practice. See, Ramnathji...
Well, why not go after the business practice? Why the government?
But the government is part of it. When the government supports it, there is no use fighting the businessman. In fact, I told when the Congress centenary was there, when Anderson had come to interview many people, he interviewed Ramnathji also. I was sitting in the penthouse. Ramnathji was telling him, today if I die, I will be dying in peace because the country is in the hands of a young and honest man. I said, Ramnathji, don't say it.
Oh.
So that Anderson came. He said, I want to talk to your advisor, Mr. Ramnathji. Why did he say that the accolades you were praying to Rajiv Gandhi, he was objecting? I said, he may be honest, but he has inherited dishonest wealth. This is what I told him.
Okay.
So, that is the turning
Second
point.
term,
Afterwards, in 6 months, Rajiv Gandhi's nose was on the ground. One after another, things began happening. Not under our control. It all happened through it. Of course, I had appointed Fairfax. And I had told the Fairfax investigate Sonia Gandhi also. That the Ambanis came to know and forged a letter and got me arrested. And my arrest exploded on the government because the letter, it was forged, got out. Afterwards, AP Venkateshwaran being removed.
Yeah, in that press
and
conference.
VP Singh being shifted from finance to defense. And then then March 13th I was arrested. Then Fairfax blew on the government. Then they said Fairfax is CIA.
Who did that? Arun Nehru, whose advice was going on at that time? Who was Rajiv Gandhi listening to, you think? For all
Arun
these?
Nehru had fallen out by that time.
Had fallen out.
It was only this inner circle, Kutroki and people. So that happened on the, I was arrested on the 13th March. On 23rd I was released. The government was running away. They could not, because the whole forgery had come out. Then on the 3rd of April, VP Singh ordered the HDW inquiry.
Submarine, no? HDW. Huh.
And on 15th April, he had to resign. He resigned. And on 17th April, the Swedish radio telecast the Bofors thing. Finished. Afterwards, it was only Rajiv Gandhi was only holding on Prime Minister.
Tell me about your relationship with Arun Shourie.
Excellent. Even today, I have a good relationship. But of course, as two strong people can't really get along. He could not get along with Goenka. That was the reason why twice he had to leave the Indian Express, because Ramnath Goenka would run Indian Express in the way he wanted. And both are my friends. I still respect Arun Shourie for his extraordinary scholarship. One of the finest minds this country produced. I feel sad the country has not been able to make use of such a person.
Yeah. But tell me one thing. There was this whole, what should I say? It was like, in Hindi you will say Jaddo-Jahad, but it was an entire exercise against Dhirubhai Ambani. And then when Arun Shourie becomes a minister, he gets Vajpayee to go and sit on Dhirubhai's chair as Prime Minister.
See, once you get into politics, then larger dimension takes over your life. See, I decided, of course not I decided, actually the Kanchi Mahaswami decided that I should not get into politics. I could maintain a certain consistency in my whole life only because I didn't get into politics. If I had got into politics, politics will decide how consistent I can be. That's why Mahatma Gandhi said, he was probably the man playing between politics and spiritualism like in manner unknown to history. He said consistency is not an ideal. I am consistently inconsistent because you've got to handle the context. Context and text always clash. You cannot hold on to a text and handle context.
So do you think that it was just context, or is it compromise that Arun Shourie did?
No, it is not compromise. CC compromising for himself.
Did he compromise for Vajpayee ji?
Compromising
for BJP?
Compromising for the larger idea of state. For example, when VP Singh became the
did you do that, Guru? Did you
because I am not in the government.
But did you smoke the peace pipe with the Reliance
Never.
group? Never.
Not necessary, no. It's not that, I expose them. I have no enmity with them. But it is not necessary I should become their friends.
Okay.
Not necessary.
But did you have a ideological fallout with either the Goenka group or with Arun Shourie at any point
No,
of time?
after Goenka, there was no ideology in Indian Express. I mean, by the time globalisation had come, advertisement, this, that, and the everything else. Media's dimension changed.
That's true. You are, you're so, I don't know whether I should use the word religious or whatever, but if I was to say that, you became a celebrated mediator with very rich people, with industrialists. When your interaction with those business families and when there were conflict in those business families, why do they come to somebody like you to mediate in these? Because you are so Spartan in your way of living. Wealth doesn't interest you, has never interested you. Power has never interested you in the sense of exercising power. You've been in the company of powerful people but stayed without exercising power. You've been in the company of wealthy people without becoming personally wealthy. Why do they come to you?
See, I was regarded as a very, very competent professional in law, in accounts, in finance. I was always regarded as, of course, others used to say that, a original thinker and things like that. In fact, in 1978, in a very critical case for Indian Express, I differed from Nani Palkhiwala. So nobody was willing to go and tell Nani Palkhiwala to change to say that his opinion wasn't right. Ramnath Goenka told me to go and tell him. He introduced me to him that I am sending a Vamana Avatara to you. Please listen to.
Okay.
So I was like a
Thin and small.
college student at that time. So I went and touched his feet and say, this is my view. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm a student. In fact, I was interpreting income tax law through a constitutional principle. I don't want to explain because it's a complicated matter. He took only 2 minutes. Yes. Then he asked me 1 or 2 clarificatory questions. Yes. I'll give the opinion consistent with this argument. That became a huge thing in Bombay. So I was one of the sought after consultants. People used to wait for months, even at that time, when I was 27, 28. So many business people were my friends. And all Goenka's friends were my friends. In fact, when Goenka wanted to appoint me as the advisor, he told me, Guru, don't accept any position given by anybody because he can take away that position from you. This was one of the advices he gave. I said, Ramnathji, I don't want to become your advisor because you can take away this position from me.
Correct.
मैं क्या करूं? I said, you tell everybody I am your advisor. Then he kept on telling Morarji Desai, Tata, Birla, everybody said, Guru is my advisor. Guru is. I said, then he can. There is no paper to sack, no? So, I became famous because of a combination of factors. And the point which you mentioned, a man in power, you go and meet him, he thinks I am meeting him because he has power. I never gave that impression. A beautiful woman, you look at her, she thinks I am looking at her only because if you don't look at her, there is no problem. No problem for her, no problem for you. Rich man, in the same way, they are my friends. I don't want anything from them. That is what made them come to me. Because for no family dispute settlement, I have charged.
Oh. So
maybe I would ask them to give some charity or something.
So the Birla family, Lodha family, Chavia.
Nobody.
What is it that, why are these families, why is it that the patriarch of these families has a problem when it comes to third generation? And not just in India, it's all over the world. What is the problem? Why do they hang on for so tight to it and this?
That is human nature, that is Maya.
So how do you...
Jayate vishayan pumsaha sangasteshu vijayate sangat sanjayate kaman kamat krodho vijayate krothat bhavati sammoha sammoha smriti vibhramaha smriti bhramshat buddhinasho buddhinasat pranasyati. In 2 slokas, Bhagavan Sri Krishna has explained the whole thing. For example, I move with a rich man and think I am attracted by his car and I want a car like his. That's how it starts. It's mine, I want this, this man's, I want this. This is how it starts. Then Irsha comes, then I don't get it, then I get Krodha. Then I turn his enemy. If I don't get what he wants, this may be anything worth possessing. So somewhere you have to check. Fortunately, I had the spiritual guidance of the Kanchi Mahaswami. I never wanted anything. In fact, till 2011, I used to go by cycle. Only when the some threats, Islamic threats were there, police protection was given. So now I cannot go by cycle. Otherwise, I feel going by cycle keeps you earthy. So, this is something which, it is not something which I boast of. This is something which is necessary for me. I live in a lower middle class locality so that my sons and grandsons are brought up in a lower middle class culture.
Why? What is this glorification of poverty that you're doing?
It's not poverty. We live well. But we don't want to live that kind of life which makes people mad.
You think wealth corrupts?
100%. Unless you know how to. Our Vaishyas and capitalists are different only because the capital of a Vaishya is controlled by dharma.
Okay.
The capital of a capitalist has nothing to do with dharma. And that is why all these problems. Why 7 generations we could do business together. Now we cannot do 2 business because our Vaishyas are becoming capitalists. Unless you have this contentment and humility, you cannot conquer any power, any wealth and handle it.
Okay, it's Indian capitalism that you're talking about, or Western
Vaishya
capitalism?
Dharma.
Okay. So, I remember long ago, Justice Bhagwati had said, if Gurumurthy is a capitalist, then I'm a Bharatanatyam dancer. He had said that out.
He is an economist.
He's an economist. Okay. He's an economist.
You know how it happened?
Huh.
He had given a 72-page paper to the government of India in 1993.
Uh-huh.
He said, the way you are managing your economy is wrong. Your savings to GDP ratio is 19%. It is a wasteful savings. You must bring it down to 10%. And the balance 9% you must spend, and that will become consumption, and that will become manufacture, employment, everything. You don't have to bother about India's development if you bring down the savings from 20% to 10%. He said the biggest problem are the Indian women. He wrote 3 pages about women, how stingy they are, how to make them spend more, build huge malls, bring goods from outside. Your rotten goods they won't buy, and you must make them from being conservative family women into consuming women. Then nobody can stop. Then what about capital? Don't worry, if money is there abroad, they will come and invest. Only thing is they will manufacture and you will consume, you will trade. You have all been great traders. I attacked his tooth and nail. At that time, my views were the only alternative views available to globalization. So somebody asked Dr. Jagdish Bhagwati, Mr. Gurumurthy is saying your views are wrong. Who is Gurumurthy? He said he is also an economist, people say. Then he said, if he is an economist, I am the Bharatanatyam.
So why is it that people either adore your views or really get so antagonized that they say these kind of shower? You evoke both these sentiments, nowhere in the middle, no?
You see, many people have written this about me. You can love him or hate him, you cannot ignore him.
Ignore him, that's true.
But if you are not part of the context, you are outside the context. And how to deal with you if you are outside the context? Either they say you are a great man or you are a useless man. I am not a contextual man.
So, but when you meet with people like this who have said these kind of comments to you, do you hold it against them, or does your dharma allow you to accept?
No, you see, if I have to react to things that are being said against me or take notice of it, I will never live in peace. Because social media has come. I don't know whether people report to you about the kind of daily abuse I am subjected to.
Yeah.
I don't bother about it. Because even this popularity, when I became popular, I didn't know how to handle it. Overnight I became popular. So I sat with Ramnath.
My Viva question was about you, just to tell you this. It was about, so in Viva...
So one person, Rajiv Gandhi got mad and arrested me. I became popular globally. And I was sitting with Ramnath. This was sometime, this happened in March, sitting with Ramnath. And I asked him, Ramnath, what to do? I mean, my own friends feel I am a big man. In my own family, there is discomfort, relatives, among journalists.
Why discomfort? They should have been happy, no?
No, understand. See, if somebody had become popular over 10 years, it's a different thing. But in 10 days.
Okay.
So Goenka told me, Guru, you can conceal your wealth. You cannot conceal your popularity. So I will quote Mahatma Gandhi to you. Actually, Mahatma Gandhi's quotes were used twice in my life, which completely transformed my life. One such I am telling you. Mahatma Gandhi's popularity nosedived when he withdrew the non-cooperation movement, when it was about to succeed, because of the Chauri Chora incident.
Yeah.
So the British taunted him, Ahimsavadi, what's your answer? He was in turmoil. The movement is about to succeed. He withdrew the movement. The entire Congress began abusing Mahatma Gandhi. Pictures were kept of Mahatma Gandhi and people spat on it. So BBC interviewed Mahatma Gandhi. Mr. Gandhi, it seems your popularity has left you. Gandhi's reply was, popularity comes without invitation and goes without farewell. Goenka told me, Guru, don't believe this. From that day, I never believed in my popularity. I was the same man going to my friends in the slums, going by cycle, going to relatives, going to temples, barefoot, which I used to do. I never allowed popularity to upgrade me in any manner. This one sentence from Mahatma Gandhi transformed me.
Okay, so industrialists, regardless of what their political color, take your advice. You are close to the RSS and the BJP. Do political parties or politicians from other parties also call you and ask for advice?
Yes. You see, I was very close to Mulayam, Lalu Yadav. I was very close to Sharad Pawar, Devilal. This is what made me build the 1989 alliance, where I had to play the most critical role. I understood each person's requirement. I never worked for any particular person's requirement or against anybody's requirement. I tried to align the conflicting demands of people. I understood each person in his own way. In fact, when the Ram Janmabhoomi, that Shilanyas was going on, Mulayam Singh told me, Gurumurthy ji, you have to scale down. Iska size, iska gambhirta kam hona chahiye.
Of the movement?
That event, that is Shilanyas, lakhs of people coming, danga ho jaye hai to Congress jeetegi. I went and told everybody, this is Mulayam Singh's view. It is not that he is against this movement. He is against the consequences. So this was the Samanvaya rule.
But he fired on the car sevaks?
No, that is when he became chief minister.
Yeah.
I am talking about earlier.
Earlier, okay.
See, once you become chief minister, you are a different man.
Okay.
Because then politics takes you over. So I am only talking about normal people. So I could work with anyone. And even now, some DMK people also meet me. Some communists are very close to me. But I deal with them as a human being.
So, but I mean, those who are in politics say that that era of politics or politicians were, they were willing to talk to each other, bridge and build bridges. That is lacking in today's politicians. Do you feel that?
Yeah. Actually, the kind of collegium, Advaniji used to tell me till 1969, till Mrs. Gandhi came to power, there is absolutely no difference at all between politicians. Everybody was a politician. It is only after she came, she began watching who is talking to who and things like that. The same thing happened in Tamil Nadu when DMK got separated into. Otherwise, everybody was talking to everybody. There was nothing like you are an untouchable, you are this or the. In 1967, CPI formed coalition with Jansangh in Madhya Pradesh and Bihar. This entire collegium was lost because of personal rivalry. There is no ideological rivalry. It is only personal rivalry that got transmuted into ideological rivalry. It's only personal ambitions.
You've been in the Congress, you've been in the BJP.
No, I have not.
Not in the BJP-RSS, but you were so close to Advaniji and Vajpayee ji. You've seen that too. They were so close to each other, yet there were two camps when Vajpayee ji became Prime Minister. So there was a kind of an undeclared rivalry which was going on, maybe not personally between the two of them so much, but there was. You've seen that, in some way, corrode political parties, these personal rivalries that happen. Do you see today's BJP rising above that?
You see, in politics, you cannot rise above everything. It's not possible. Because politics ultimately is around ideas and around persons. So long as the politics around ideas dominate the politics around people, there will be no problem. Only when, like in the case of Indira Gandhi, politics around persons dominated over politics around ideas, and she began striking a different course. I am secular, I am socialist, you are all capitalists. And she went to the extent of saying you are all American agents and all that. This is where politics got corrupted. In fact, Ramnath Goenka met Indira Gandhi and told her, don't divide the Congress. Because when Shastri died, it was Goenka who arranged a flight for Kamaraj and brought him to Delhi, 66.
66.
What transpired between them I have written. It's a very interesting conversation. Kamaraj was breathing heavily, as if some catastrophe has happened in his own house. So half an hour, Goenka kept on watching him. Kamaraj, what do you think? He said, I don't know. I'm becoming mad. I don't know. Then he said, Chodo, what are you going to do? This is all happening in Tamil. I don't know what I will do. I don't know what I will do. I have to go and talk to people. I have to go and talk to people. Kamaraj, why don't you become? I don't know Tamil. I don't know English. I don't know Hindi. I don't know the global situation. How can I become Prime Minister? See the level at which people were. And because of that, he came and ultimately chose Indira Gandhi, the syndicate. So there was a perception that Goenka worked for Indira Gandhi. So Mrs. Gandhi also had that perception. And Morarji felt that Goenka had worked against him, which is not a fact. So Morarji had a negative view about him. Mrs. Gandhi had a positive view about him. So when he went and told her, don't break the Congress. Congress is needed for the unity of India. In fact, I feel Congress could have managed this country better if it had not changed. It was a movement. So she said, Mr. Goenka, are you my friend or my enemy? Goenka stood up and said, the choice is yours, and came away. And that's how,
wow.
And that's how the war between them started. That is the man.
Oh my goodness, what a line. But coming back to the question, do you think that the Congress says that because of the Parivar, it is together. The BJP?
You see, if I can understand if it is people choosing somebody, and of course after George Bush, some George W. Bush will come. I can understand people identify him and all that. But an organization becoming a captive of a family, that's dangerous in a parliamentary democracy.
But it's something which is acceptable to people of this country, no? That's why all the power.
That is how decline take place. Congress would never have declined if Mrs. Gandhi had not broken it in 1969. It would have continued.
It continued, no?
Afterwards, it became more and more centered around one person, no? I have seen in 1966-67, when the AICC sessions used to take place, the ministers used to be scathingly criticized. Agricultural Ministry has failed. Railway Ministry has failed in the AICC session. The Congress contained its own opposition.
How does the BJP prevent itself from becoming that, is it because of the RSS ideology in the BJP?
It's not RSS ideology, it is nationalist. RSS ideology is nothing but the pre-independence Congress ideology. Jawaharlal Nehru said that Vivekananda's idea of Hindu nationalism is acceptable to him. He wrote it in Glimpses of World History. It all changed because of Jinnah. So what is the BJP is only the pre-independence Congress. Vande Mataram, Hindu nationalism. These are all the Congress. The Congress put it, threw it in the dustbin and BJP lifted it.
Okay.
So long
the
as
morphed Congress, if you see.
Not morphed. What the Congress gave up nationalism and BJP took it. And the bridge was the RSS.
And now you think that Congress cannot make a course correction about...
No, it's going worse and worse, It is making lower and lower and lower appeal. Which Congress used to avoid all these lower appeals. So I think the Congress has to reinvent itself. It cannot reinvent itself.
What about BJP? Is their idea of nationalism relevant to today's youth, which wants the capitalism which you do not like, which is like the American capitalism, that kind of consumerism? Is
67 crore people assembled in Kumbh Mela. That is the consciousness of India. Not these youths, capitalists, these are not the consumers, people who... This will also be there. This is all fleeting situation. The whole world is becoming nationalist. Nationalism is the new rule of the world. Globalization is dead. The global order is over. Now everybody will have to adjust and live with one another based on strategic alliances, cultural alliances, compatibility. This will be the rule for the world.
Are you saying this in the war that is happening? Do you see West Asian countries also thinking of that this reliance on America that they had as a provider of security is something that they have to all reconsider now?
You see, this war I look at it entirely differently.
Okay.
You must go back to 1919 when the Ottoman Empire broke. Ottoman Empire was defeated in the war. So, to prevent the breakup of the Ottoman Empire and to restore it, the movement took place in India.
Caliphate, yes.
Nowhere in the world.
Khilafat movement, yeah.
At that time, there were two different opinions. Because to involve the Indian Muslims in freedom movement, should we make them loyal to a global idea? Mahatma Gandhi took the risk.
Yeah, there was opposition.
He said we should make use of the anti-British feelings of the British to make them nationalists in India, which was a very wrong strategy. But that is what produced global Islamic mind in India, and that resulted in partition, and that continues even today. The Devbandi Islam and Wahhabi Islam are cousins. Both are Sunnis. So 1919 produced the most adverse effect on India. Of course, Ataturk completely broke away from Islam, and the entire Islamic movement collapsed outside India, but it took roots in India. Now, with Iran attacking the Gulf nations, which Trump also said was a shocking development.
Yeah.
It is not really an attack on bases or anything.
No.
It's an attack on Sunni Islam.
Oh, you think that?
There are three developments. Mohammed bin Salman was one of the persons urging America to hit Iran.
It's not yet confirmed, but yes, some are saying 100%. Okay.
One. Number two, nobody condemned attack on Islam, attack on Iran. No one. Why? Two. It is because, you see, America was managing the Islamic mind quite well. But the most unexpected development was Khomeini. When Khomeini seized power, he seized power not from Shah but from America. At that time, the only enemy of America was PLO, because the anti-Israeli combination had virtually collapsed because everybody began shaking hands. Israel repeatedly won the war. And so, the anti-Israeli, anti-Zionistic idea was dead. So, PLO came up.
Yeah.
So, to fight PLO, America started the Hamas. When Shah was there in control of Iran. When they made peace with PLO, Hamas turned against because of Iran. So when Hamas and Khomeini began to assume the Islamic leadership, the Sunnis couldn't keep quiet. So Al-Qaeda ISIS, the competitive Sunni, this terrorism began. This completely unstable, destabilized the society. They didn't know how to react. And so again America had to come and finish these people. In this, they said this is the root cause of this entire Islamic terrorism is not ISIS or Al-Qaeda. It is actually the ideological cover is provided by Iran. So everybody was uncomfortable with Iran. And that is why when America and Israel attacked, nobody condemned. They wanted Iran to be finished. But this was all undercover operations, strategic operations. But when Iran became leaderless, all the commanders of Iran began behaving like Shias.
So you think that's balkanized right now?
100%. It is a reversal of 100% history of global Islamic unity. This is how I look at this war.
How is India supposed to react?
You see, Indian Muslims are confused. Because it is international Islam which gave impetus to Islamic surge in India. Now, the international Islam is at war with one another. Because Islam, after it became prosperous and things like that, they didn't want to be arrested by this. That is why Salman says, how can we believe the world is flat anymore? Something like that.
Yeah.
There's an alternative thinking that is developing in Sunni Islam, which is not acceptable to many Sunnis. And the only hope they had was Iran, which was fighting for the fundamentalist causes. The entire Islamic world is confused today. The Islamic Qawm, which was the narrative for the last several decades, there's a question mark over it. It is good for all. Because we don't know who will direct this Islamic Qawmic consciousness. It was taken over by Al-Qaeda, it was taken over by Hamas, it was taken over. So the non-state actors became the masters of Islamic Qawm. Which is dangerous for Muslims also. So I think
it's a state of flux right now.
State of flux, and this will give rise to a huge introspection within Islam. That we can't go the way we have been going. I think it's a good development.
Do you think that the BJP is managing its outreach to minorities properly in the country?
You see, the idea that minorities are somebody who are separate from the main society and you have to manage them, that itself has to be managed. A Kurmi Muslim or a Jat Muslim or they are not the same. It is only the international Islamic consciousness which has turned into this minority consciousness. So, we have to now ensure that diversity of India takes over. Hindus are diverse, but still they have an underlying unity.
Isn't our diversity something that is not appreciated by the BJP? That is what the opposition says, or the non-BJP says.
If the BJP has not appreciated diversity, it would never have come to power.
So the allegation is that the BJP wants to make the entire country homogeneous. One rule.
It can never be. See, these are all to tell the minorities that you will be digested.
Yeah.
Nobody can be digested. Do you mean to say Tamils can be digested?
So even the Sikhs are saying that. You keep saying Keshdhari Bhai hai Hindu. That they don't like it. It's their own religion.
But they may not like it. But what is wrong in saying it?
So
that Muslims were Hindus once. So the Hindu blood runs in them. They may be adopting a different religion, a different dress, a different food, but still we were all one. Saying this, what is wrong about it? This is not homogenization. This is giving an underlying idea of unity. This is what Mahatma Gandhi said in Hind Swaraj. Why don't you call him communal? Nehru said, Hindu nationalism of Vivekananda was not against anybody. Why don't you call him communal? Rajni Palme Dutt wrote in his India Today, the Vedas and Upanishads would give us the narrative for freedom. Why don't you call him communal?
Okay, coming back if you feel that the BJP is, the entire narrative has to change. Managing minorities is a wrong term. Why do the minorities not vote for Modi Shah government despite the programs and policies benefiting the Muslims of this country so much?
See, I tell you, this Congress, which was an all-comprehensive social, political, cultural idea, if it had continued, then there would be no need for BJP. In fact, when the Congress broke, the person who felt most grieved was the RSS chief Golwalkar. He said it is not a good development. The BJP had to work to take the place of the Congress because the Congress was moving away from nationalism. So, over the years, for example, OBCs won't give vote for BJP, gone. Dalits won't give vote for BJP, gone. Bengalis are separate, they won't give vote for BJP, gone. These are all narratives which are created to undermine nationalist movements. So, this will also change. Minorities. The minorities, when they find that the idea of minority itself is a political conspiracy against us, it may take 15 years or 20 years. You have to wait for that. There is no shortcut to make a man understand by compromising with the essentials of India. Otherwise, then the Supreme Court judgment on Hindutva is wrong.
Have you tried telling people in the Congress this, that Golwalkar said Congress Mukt Bharat is not...
They don't even know about it. In fact, I have written openly in Thuglak, I don't agree with the BJP slogan of Congress Mukt Bharat.
You don't?
Yeah, I write consistently.
So, what is more dangerous for the BJP? Regional parties are more dangerous, or a resurgent Congress?
You are looking at BJP as a political party. BJP, there is an underlying philosophy of BJP. The BJP may have a current narrative of...
Now this is think tank talk which even Rahul Gandhi does. You are thinking of it as a political party. Of course it's a political party.
No, don't look at it only as a political party.
Okay.
There is a philosophy which is operating in the BJP, which is largely the product of the RSS thinking. RSS is very clear. Golwalkar said one thing very clearly, that we are all one people. We have different culture, different multiplicity of culture, way of life, language, food. But three things we must agree. We are from the same forefathers. That Bharat Mata is the respectable symbol for us. This country belongs to all of us. These three things you agree. Afterwards, that you worship this god or that god, Hindus worship millions of gods and you can worship one more, no problem. This is the idea. No, you are separate and so you have to... Why do you say they are separate? Where did they come from? So fundamentally you are wrong. It is the Congress political distortion that created the minorities. Minority consciousness was promoted. See, that somebody is educationally backward, they should be provided for, not because they are minorities. They are educationally backward. But to give them communal or caste orientation to it was the wrong thing that happened after independence.
Has the Congress benefited electorally because of that attitude?
And in that election.
No, now?
For instance, the Congress can't do, for example, now Congress...
In these elections, if they go
Congress is becoming everything. It is becoming OBC party, it is becoming Dalit party, it is becoming minority party. But it is ceasing to be a nationalist party. But a nationalist party will have everybody.
But that position is occupied by the BJP, so they have to see where else there is vacuum, no?
No. See, that from a nationalist orientation, you want to help the minorities with scholarship, with this, with that.
Yeah.
It's a very different thing. But you have to recognize me as a minority and I should have this kind of political role that I don't think should be allowed. You are like anybody. Unless this orientation comes, the country will not be one.
Okay.
For example, if something happens in a Muslim country, there will be a riot here. What are we to do with that?
Let me just ask you one question. You were saying that you didn't meet Rajiv Gandhi. Have you never met Rajiv Gandhi?
I tell you, Actually, two instances I must tell you. Actually, in the in September 1985, Mohammad Yunus met me half a dozen times. He wanted me to meet Rahul Gandhi. Rajiv Gandhi. Actually, he was going to Harare for
NAM.
3 days before that, I don't exactly remember the dates, they wanted me to come to Delhi to meet him. He didn't meet me. And afterwards only all this turn took place. This Guru incident. And then, of course, after 6 months I was arrested and things like that. In January 1991, one Anand Sharma was the journalist in Anand Basar Patrika. He was a congressman. He rang me because all journalists knew me at that time. He said, Rajiv Gandhi wants to meet you. And he feels he has done some injustice to you. And I consulted Bhaurav Devras, Advani, Govindacharya. They all said, no, at this time you were meeting him will create complications. If it comes out that there is a secret understanding between RSS and all. No, don't do it. Then twice more he called me. In March again he called me.
Mohammad Yunus. Rajiv Gandhi.
Anand Sharma.
Sharma.
I said, no, before the elections I won't want. But Rajiv Gandhi got killed. Anand Sharma rang me and abused me for 1 hour. Even today I carry this guilt. That because of politics, one man wanted to meet me and I didn't meet him. This is how. If you are involved in politics, though I was not in politics, I was involved in politics. So I could not take decision as an individual.
Do you think that your instinct, what does it tell you? That he wanted to make bridges or he wanted to find out?
Don't know. I'm not sure.
Not sure. Did you ever meet with Sonia Gandhi?
No.
Or their children?
No.
You've never met with Rahul Gandhi or Priyanka?
I think they are only quasi-Indians.
Why do you say that?
Yes.
She's made India her home for so many years, Guru.
From 1968 to 1982, she waited to become Indian citizen.
But she's adopted India
Waited to become Indian citizen. I have written on the authority of the data that Ra provided. She accepted only Italian security outside India. I have written. And she sent Eduardo Ferrero to Kilinochchi in December 2003 to meet Prabhakaran, to tell Karunanidhi to shift from Vajpayee. And her mother, Maino, met Anton Balasingham in London. That is how the shift took place. I asked Sonia LTT link. These are all not things. The man conspired to kill our former Prime Minister.
Her husband?
Huh.
And you're saying that she...
Yeah. I wrote it.
And you have proof of all that?
Yes. It all came in Sri Lankan newspapers.
You don't think that
I cannot trust
conspiracy?
What conspiracy?
By Sri Lankan newspapers?
No, because Maino tried to deny that. That also came in the newspaper. But Eduardo Ferrero did not even deny it. Because he went to Kilinochchi. I tell you. When people go to that extent, I cannot trust them.
But she stayed on in India. If there was any...
The Bangladeshi infiltrators have stayed on in India for 3 generations. I mean, that's not the idea.
What about...
It is a question whether I can entrust the nation to them.
Do you ever see Rahul Gandhi becoming Prime Minister of this country?
I mean, anything can happen in this country, but that is not something which I would like to happen. And somebody who goes and abuses India outside, if he becomes Prime Minister in India, it will be ridiculous for him as well as for us.
Did you speak about all this to Advani ji? Because Advani ji had a very cordial relationship till he fell ill. Very cordial relationship with Sonia Gandhi.
You see, Advani ji and Gurumurthy are not one. I am different and he is different.
But you were so close to him.
We
Everybody
were-
thought, do jism ek jaan hai hum.
I was close to him, and he, in fact, the sense of political honesty I learned was from Advani. But that doesn't mean I have to accept all that he says or does.
Sure.
In fact, I used to tell Advani ji, you are a convent educated man, you cannot understand Hinduism. This I used to argue with him.
Karachi, yes. I get that.
Not
But-
Karachi.
yeah, he was educated in Karachi.
When he was going in the Rath Yatra, people used to come and touch the tire of the Ratha and take the mud and put it on their forehead and touch his feet. Guru, they are touching my feet.
Yeah.
I said, you think Rama is a national hero. They think Rama is God. That is the difference.
But then he made, what should I say? I won't say acceptable, but he made the entire Ram Janmabhoomi movement into something that it just transfixed an entire nation. And to that, I think the Hindu community owes him a lot.
Shall I tell you one thing? Anyone in BJP leader would have done that. You read my BJP white paper. The Ram Janmabhoomi movement became inevitable. I have quoted 17, 18 instances of minorities rising against India. Some Alaska mass riot here. Riot. Supreme Court gives a judgment, riot. Do you mean to say Ram Temple movement was produced by RSS or BJP? It was produced by the uncontrollable rise of minority aggression. I said, this is what led to the Ram Janmabhoomi movement. I was part of it. We all planned it. That was the only reaction you could have had. Ram was the only medium by which you could have corrected this distortion.
And now?
No means what? That
Is
is
it
what?
relevant at all, the Ram Janmabhoomi?
See,
The mandir has been built. Now what?
No, see, Ram Janmabhoomi movement is not Ram. It created an ecosystem based on that idea of India. That is the work of Ram Janmabhoomi. That is there.
Okay. But what about today? Has that kind of charisma which Mr. Advani had at that period of time, when during the peak of the Ram Janmabhoomi movement? Do you think Mr. Modi continues with that today?
I tell you, you cannot in one context what has happened, you cannot apply it in another context.
Okay.
For example, if Modi was leading the BJP at that time, he would precisely have done what Advani ji, because it is not Advani ji's individual decision. It was part of the decision making process in which Advani ji, as the leader of the BJP, had to do it.
Mr. Vajpayee is considered the iconic Prime Minister of the BJP. Is Mr. Modi surpassing that?
You see, the world has changed. The country has changed. There is a different situation. At that time, we were trying to ensure that we find some space in the world. I still remember when the Pokhran atom explosion took place, I was in the finance ministry. I have seen finance ministry officials shouting, we have destroyed the country. I have heard it with my own ears. From that, we are not only handling the global situation, global powers, we are confronting them. This is a shift. So there is no comparison between Vajpayee. He handled a very different and difficult world. He is handling a very different and difficult world. But there, not on our terms. Here, on our terms.
Between RSS and BJP, is there friction?
You see, it is not, I wouldn't call it friction. It's about perceptions, about people, about situations. But so far as politics is concerned, RSS gives deference to the BJP. They know how to handle it. We have said what we want to say, we have said it.
Do you think it's that way? Most people think it's BJP which is deferential towards the RSS.
I think, see, outsiders can say anything, but someone who knows what is happening inside, that's not.
Who pulls the strings?
You see, that is where it is wrong. That RSS should pull strings. No.
Should nahi? Karta hai ki nahi?
नहीं करता है. You see, it is not possible It is not possible to do it. You tell your opinion. Sometimes you may even say that don't ignore this. But afterwards a decision is taken after.
Guru, it's impossible for the BJP at the Karyakarta level to win an election anywhere without the active participation of the RSS workers on the ground who, without even blinking, work for them.
Okay, you said it, no?
Yes.
What is the instrumentality for the RSS to deliver its agenda in politics? BJP.
Correct.
Then this is a mutual dependence. Then
It
why
is.
do you point out only one
Because
thing?
electorally what I'm saying is that the BJP, does it realize it, or does the RSS realize it, that it's symbiotic, the relationship?
I tell you that the relationship is symbiotic is understood at all levels.
Okay.
There is absolutely no difference. Otherwise the RSS people won't work for
But
the
to
BJP.
2024 it wasn't there, no? There was
No,
some kind of a fracture.
No. You see, at that time, the assumption was BJP has got 400. So everybody sat at home. ये तो हो जाएगा. That was more the culprit than somebody working or not working. Nobody was called upon to work. ये तो हो जाएगा.
Do you see the same thing, that lethargy which came with India Shining? Were there parallels? You seen
Yes,
both the
India
elections?
Shining, I opposed it actually. I said India Shining is not.
Okay. Last question. Do you think India should mend bridges with Pakistan or not?
No question, because Pakistan is a product of hatred against India and Hindus. Unless it changes its DNA, it's not possible. We have to live with it. And Pakistan will continue to pay its price. It will go on declining. We almost started at the same level. Pakistan was even ahead in 1960s as compared to India. Today it is not even 1/10 of India. It will be destroyed by its own ideas. You have to only wait. It may not happen in my lifetime. Maybe you will be able to see it.
Thank you so much for this conversation. And like you said in the other channel, maybe we need to have 4 more sessions of this. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you. Thank you for watching or listening to this edition of the ANI podcast with Smita Prakash. Do like or subscribe on whichever channel you've seen this or heard this. Namaste, Jai Hind. This episode is powered by easemytrip.com. Click here to watch the previous episodes.